Hello, family. Welcome once again. This is Empowerment Network. My name is Comfort. And if you are new here, guys, don't go away. Stay tuned. This is a wonderful opportunity for you and your family, a life changing opportunity. And tonight we have a powerful delegation, a powerful panel, as you can see here. One king being accompanied by three hefty queens. Let's see how this goes. Hello, Sister Ivy. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure, sure. And you, Mr. King, thank you, Andy, for joining. As usual, I don't know how to welcome you here. Yes, and so our beautiful queen in the house, Naka Awili, sis, thank you. We're very, very, very blessed to have you here this evening.
Wow, the blessing is mine. Thank you, Sister Comfort. This is an honor. I don't know, you know,
Yeah, sure, sure. We're
but
happy.
I'm so
So,
happy to be here.
yeah, same here.
Happy, yeah.
Yeah, we're glad to have you this night. So, let's just go straight to business. Naka, I would like to start with you first because we would like you to do a bit much speaking tonight. However, we all shall be talking anyway. So, if you can, maybe tell us a bit about yourself. We already know a bit about. If we want to know much about your academics, we would like to know, but more about how did you find on passive? Why did you get so involved? Because you're so deeply rooted in it and you're so all over the place about unpassive. How did it all start?
Wow, what a question. Thank you so much, my sister. This, as I said already, is such an honor to be here. I thank you for having me tonight. And I just want to really share something, about ONPASSIVE. Okay, my name is Naka, originally from Togo. It's in West Africa. And uh, I live in Calgary with my husband, no kid. And I just want to say thank you to the panel. I just met Andy right now. I didn't know him. I'm so happy to to see him today and to be on the panel with him. And hi, my sister, lovely sister Ivy. Nice to see you again on another panel. Okay, my academic journey took me through a language business school at the University of Lome, where I graduated and earned certification in law. While pursuing my education, I also explore my passion for business, engaging in buying and selling during my school years. Following my graduation, Following my graduation, I gained valuable experience as administrative assistant in commercial department of cement company back in Togo before eventually relocating to Canada, where I live now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
go
sure.
ahead.
That's very interesting. We can see your passion for unpassive. It's something that is already inborn. You have the enterprising spirit since from as you were growing, as you we can see from your story. So that's quite interesting. One of the things you say is because if you see from the topic today, we see it's after the conversation we've been having back and forth. I realized that there is this passion in you about uplifting your communities because you spend a lot of time helping your people from Togo about unpassive, how to create YouTube channels and stuff. Something actually struck you that you because you are equally somebody who likes to take care of your community. Something happened when you went home to see your mom and took her to the hospital. Let's discuss that because it's of interest to unpassive and as a humanitarian movement.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah, a while ago when I went back home, so I took my mom to a clinic. So I was there when I saw really rusty balance. my mom was asked to get her balance, her weight, and then that's when it became like a mission for me. So when I got back home, I have a brother here in US. So I uh, I told him the story and what I saw there, and we started raising money, and then we were able to keep the clinic back home. And then after that, that idea gets spread out, and the other communities got the same help. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, so we keep doing it till now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. In addition, Andy, Naka also made me to understand that she's so passionate about her people, and that's something we need to comment on right here. So one of the things you did, which really stands out, I was really touched about that, is that when, like, during the COVID, you had to provide for children who were struggling and stuff like that, so that they also have access to education, and they made about 80% success in their exams. That was really powerful. So Andy, having listened to this, her passion started, or when she went home, you go to the hospital, everything is rusty, the scale, the beds, and all of those things. You are like, oh my God, this is not true. You start doing something. What do you think, Andy, from your perspective? What difference do you think OnPassive can bring to this community?
Wow, is what I'd like to say first of all. Wow. Um, I'm honoured to be with you tonight, Naga.
Mhm.
um, I, listen, the beauty about On Passive is that we know that all of us here know that we're okay because of what's been put together by Mr. Mafara. And he's made it very clear: look, fill your tanks first, and then be able to utilize the surplus to help others. But what it's enabling us to do is create millions of Mother Teresa's, people who are happy to help because we know the money's going to go to the right cause. There's an awful lot of charities out there, and the vast majority of charities take between 30 and 50% off the top of what's paid in. So if you pay in $1, 50 cents is gone. Well, that's not fair. What On Passive has done is created a system that says, actually, do you know what? We're going to cover the costs. We will make sure that 100% of the money raised goes to wherever it's destined to go to, and we'll bear the costs within the company. Now that's going to change masses of thinking for masses of people, because now we have this opportunity to be able to give $1, make sure that dollar goes to the right environment. And it's very honourable to be able to help kids. And certainly, if you've been in those environments and know and understand what's going on, this is a great opportunity to be able to help everybody. And I think over time we will see On Passive raise the whole of humanity, not just little areas here, there, and everywhere. But you start in a little area and it spreads. Everything like that spreads. So that's fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you for the powerful contribution, Andy. So,
Thank you.
Sister Ivy, I know that you are one of those, because I know that you have gone around and picked, used wheelchairs here and there to put together and send back to disabled children back home. And now our sister comes with the same story: hospitals and ISO and stuff like that. From your own perspective, again, what difference do you think would bring to this kind of situation?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for everybody. And Naka knows that I honor her
Mhm.
because of that passion, because I have it. And she's my sister, just doing it's so like we mirror each other in various ways. And it's very important for me because you have to have somebody with the same heart, the same vision, and the same drive. So I'm very honored to be with you here, and I love you dearly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, like just like Andy has said, Andy has hit the nail right on the head. Just smalling, started in a small way. You never know how far you would go. I just started off by orphans, then widows, then like Comfort said, the wheelchairs. So before I realized, now it has spread to Pakistan, and I have somebody asked me, I have so many children. I have 1,000 children I'm looking after actively. I mean, within 2 months, I've fed over 500 children, and I have to
Wow.
hold the expansion. So this thing our Ash is doing is real. And
Yes.
how I got to Pakistan is somebody said there's a lady who has been looking after children. If you meet her, she may help. So you see how Naka started with a hospital. So if you wait and you don't start now, I could not wait for us to be ready. I
Mm.
was told I had pictures of children who had not eaten for 3 days. I could not sleep when I heard that. So the first week or the day after, I sent money and I watched them cook a huge pot. If you're in Africa, you know those metal pots that we cook in. The guys cooked it. It was so big a fire that guys had to cook it. Women could not cook it. They cooked for the whole village. And
Wow.
if you see how children were struggling to fight for food, and I sent them bottled water too because they had not eaten. So after the food, it was, I don't know what they cooked. It was like a rice thing they had done and water. It broke my heart. So what I did a month later was to identify 50 families that had such poverty, and I sent the same kind of connection that Naka has. You have to find somebody who carries your heart. And the people bought, I let them bought bags of rice, whatever, like food for a month because I knew one day was not going to suffice.
Yeah.
So we provided food. So right now, I know they have food for the next 2 months. Now, after that, we started them in enterprise because our Ashmofara doesn't want us to just be handing out. So there were some that we opened small um, um, candy shops for. Like, okay, you can sell candy. So the condition was if you can give me back my $20 I put in the shop, the following month I would add $10. So that is where we are.
Wow.
Wow. That's big, sis. Thank you. Thanks so much. And Naka, Sister Ivy started by saying you never know how far you will go, right? So I
Yes.
know you just started doing the bits, putting a few instruments here and there in the hospitals and the children, especially. We have spoken a lot about the hospital and stuff. What do you think? How far do you think you will go from here with helping like children, students within the community and stuff to see them go a bit farther?
Wow. How far we will go? I think um, we in our team, it's been like 1 year. We are preparing something like NGO. So that it's called Obopa. I don't know. It's just new, just been launched.
All right.
And yeah, our goal is really to train people how
Mhm.
to really um, uh, build their projects, how to finish make their projects so that it will be acceptable to oblets. So, and we are preparing at the same time, we are preparing um, project in education, in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with that, we will go so far, and everybody is committed. We are all committed. We all have each of us, we have projects in each, like for seniors, for kids, education, everything. So I think this our projects will go so far, and I believe with the help of Engineer Ofe, who came up with that idea, we will really do impact the society in Togo, in Africa, and all over the world.
That's big. That's really big. And we are talking here about unpassive, and all of these things are quite doable, especially
Yes.
given that we know who we are and everybody's ready to chip in just that $1. I think you will go miles, right?
Yes.
So, guys, if you are joining us now, you're that person who likes to help people struggling or people, and you don't have the means or you don't have the time. We're talking here about a company that provides you both with time and financial empowerment so that you are able and you're equipped enough to go out there and take care, put smiles on miserable faces. So, Andy, I know that Ivy, she spoke, and even though after sending food and stuff, they started empowering by giving money to start business and so on. Naka is on the same line. Can you equally chip in something about the empowering nature of this business?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two things I wanted to cover. And what everyone's doing is very commendable. I have to say, I look at it from the technology point of view. Now, I literally today I've seen a device that you simply put in the ground, and it creates drinking water from the air.
Yeah, yeah,
No moving parts.
yeah.
You simply stick it in the ground, and it can create 38 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
Now that's not going to feed a town or a small village,
Mhm.
but it can do a family
Yeah.
with drinking
Yes.
water.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's things like this that interest me particularly, because at the end of the day, if you've got those things in place, then everything else can be sorted out. So if you have water, you can get crops.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and therefore you've got food. So it's the old adage, you know, there's don't give a fish, but teach the man to fish. Yeah, and I love the new technology that's coming out, and I want to be able to help with new technology to pass on to these places so that they can look after themselves.
Yeah.
So, you know, the hospitals and what have you, great. We need, you know, more equipment, definitely. I agree with that totally, 100%. And just the norm, you know, the normal requirements like beds and chairs and you know, things that everybody has to have, rather than rusty beds that have been there for 20 years. And I agree with that totally. But there's so much more coming forward now, and this is where I think ONPASSIVE can really make a difference, because you know, you can create energy from magnets. So you can light a village up by using a generator excuse me, that's run purely on magnets. No moving parts. Well, moving parts, but there's no you don't have to put energy in to get energy out, if that makes sense. So there's all of these new technologies and new things that I think moving forward will help get more opportunities for people to be able to start helping themselves as well. But I grant you, there is still a long way to go, and I think this is where, you know, we as a community, as part of ONPASSIVE, can make a huge difference. Because if, let's say for argument's sake, that we've got, you know, 5,000 a month coming in, 5,000 apples a month coming in, and you just give $1, right, and there's 1.4 million of us, that's 1.4 million a month going to good causes. That's powerful, people.
Yes. That's
Thank
powerful indeed, Andy. Thank
Great.
you. That's just it, right? Because Andy says it all. We are a community, and we have been well groomed. We know what we're after. We know exactly where we're heading for. It's already a done deal. And our CEO Ash says, if you can think it, you can do it. Especially with the means in our hands, I think it's a done deal. So it's good. So and Naka, I'll come back to you again really quick, because one thing you made me understand was that your entire journey has been that of learning, service, and entrepreneurship. So, or entrepreneurship. If you can just let us know what you meant by that and see if the other people think like you. Go on.
Uh, well, during all my career, I learned a lot. And a while ago, how I got here, a while ago, I decided that I need to change my life. So I went back to school, and then for to build a business. So I was building that business when I came across this opportunity on Passive, and I really love business. I've been business driven since childhood. So I was building that business when on Passive come along the way. So I just like I stop everything and have my focus on Passive. So because on Passive, um, it's some kind. I find that on Passive, it's um, it's on Passive is a company different from other companies, because of humanitarian purpose behind it. He Ashmufare want to lift humanity. He want to lift up humanity, and he want to help people be free financially. So that really touched me. That's why I really put all my focus on Passive, and then with the help of a team. So we went back home and try to share the good message. That's um, that's what we've been doing till now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, Sister Ivy, do you have anything to add or
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah. I I commend Naka because one person at times you cannot even share this on passive with your neighbor. You cannot even share it with your friend. There are some of us who have been doing on passive in hiding. She was able to share with the country. So she remains in my heart. Is Can you imagine? Some of us, we only know the four corners of our house. We don't know anybody. How she was able to do that, it amazes me. And then another important part of Naka that I move along with, because you know what? We emulate each other. Why do we go with Ash? You have to, I see something in Comfort, I see something in Andy that is commendable that I have to duplicate. Without duplication, she's only one person, she cannot achieve it. But do you know what she did? She also introduced people to technology, which is very important. In this unpassive journey, all the people I deal with, we make sure they all have a phone. So you cannot tell me you cannot sign on to OConnect. All of them. And she let them get a YouTube channel. Do you see how far we've gone? Naka, you have proof. So all of us that are sitting back, and I took that from you, all of us that are sitting back, well, they don't have TV, they don't have bandwidth and all that. She is connected to a country that has none of that. And even when she was in Togo, she said, Ivy, I'll not be at a certain place. There'll be no connection for me. But she made it work. So we all can make it work. So the people we're dealing with have also found a way, and it's from her that you introduce them, because on passive is technology based, not only provision based. So if you go and it's, oh, what I'm bringing to you, they will take what you have and dump your technology. And your technology is the biggest part of you, and your technology is what is bringing what you have to them. So in this journey of Naka, I commend you for that. Every day I tell you, and I know that it's an important part. And another thing I want to say about her is English is not her first language. She speaks French.
I know she's a powerful lady, isn't
I
she?
know when I have to
Yes,
go
she
to her
is.
country next door to my country, I have to learn some French.
Yeah,
And then
sure.
she
So
is talking to the world.
exactly. Andy, you know, this is a special one we've had today. We've never had a case where somebody comes, sit here just to tell all the good things about the other one. So I just leave it open for you and go from where you want, my friend.
Well, I'm first of all, I am just a lowly Englishman that speaks English and doesn't speak any other language. I'm numbers. I was dyslexic as a kid, so languages for me were way out there. But you're right, Ivy. At the end of the day, I commend you, Naka. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up, and let's
Thank you
hope
so
that
much.
the start of these communities can all bond together and get bigger and bigger and bigger over time.
Thank you, Andy.
All right, sure. So
Thank
on
you
this
so much,
note,
Ivy.
yeah,
So
sure, sure. So we
lovely.
just want to quickly, because while we're doing this, guys, if you are watching us either now live or maybe you're watching us later on, we are doing this presentation because there's still room for someone. And if you're that person who's been looking around, maybe you want an opportunity to start a business of your own, to be a boss of your own, or you want to be, you are that person who has a humanitarian heart, but you don't have the means and the time. It's all here. So let's take a quick last round, guys, by just telling people a tiny bit about O Connect. By the time we start from Naka and end on Andy, would have given out enough information what people should know about the product that we have in the market and what how it can benefit them. So Naka, let's discuss O Connect. Just say anything just one thing you love about O Connect that you think someone should have a try to go on the trial version.
Wow, O Connect. This is the product everybody should have now. This is as Papa Africa said, you know, it's the new sheriff in the town. So I don't know. I think everybody who tried O Connect already, when they will try this product, they will never go back to it again. O Connect. People ask, how can I go and talk about O Connect? I just tell them the product, it's selling itself. You don't need to say anything. Just invite people, let them come for a webinar, and they will get back to you and tell you what they think. And what I think, they will say this is the best ever on the market. Yeah, that's what I think.
All right. Thank you so much. So, Sister Ivy, tell us, what do you think about O Connect?
O Connect is just the way of the future, and it's the way of communication. It's a way of, all the people that we are introducing to O Connect. We don't say anything about ONPASSIVE to them. We just say, come on, I have something you want to, and there are times you just let them know that I want to talk with you, and can we meet on O Connect? So then you let them know that's your preferred choice. I had a professor that was helping me with my thesis, and she had Zoom, and you cannot believe it. I had to pay maybe $20 or $40 per hour. That's a charge for the Zoom, not for her time. You pay for the Zoom charge. Are you getting me? So one day when she was going on and on and on, I said, why don't you do it on my, I said, well, I'll send you my link. I want us to meet on my project I've been working on, you see. So you can introduce people to them, and she doesn't know anything about ONPASSIVE. So later on she said, well, you said it's cheaper. I said, yeah, it's cheaper because this is how much you pay for 3 months, you see. So her interest is peaked, and that whole talk about ONPASSIVE, they feel you're trying to lure them and all that, that's not the case. The case is that's my preferred choice. So if when you keep on letting people know this is what you like, this is where you can get me, this is where they can find you, they will come onto it. So we love O Connect, and it's so easy to ask people to join you. You have to ask them to join you without now Obviously, by the time they sign up, they see the ONPASSIVE logo everywhere. Then they themselves will start searching about ONPASSIVE. You have no explanation.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much. So, Andy, over to you. The last one about OConnect, please.
Where do I start? have we got a while? All right. So everything's about features and benefits in comparison to what we have at the moment. So the vast majority of companies, for the larger crowds that or attendees that they have, they've used the next best thing, and I mean that, the next best thing. But they've been paying a far greater amount than they will do through us. The clarity that we have is phenomenal in comparison to any of the others, and is built to 12K, although our computers won't catch up with that just yet. We have a system that will very shortly have auto translation into 57 different languages. And believe me, when you're a corporation, you're going to need these things if you're dealing with guys in foreign countries that may not speak English. Major international corporations have this problem. Not every member of staff will speak the same language as another. So it's ideal from that point of view. They can be on the call, they can attend it, and they don't necessarily have to worry about the language barrier. You can also make sure that you're going to be on the call no matter where you are. So if you're in Africa and your bandwidth is poor, our system will allow you to have a ping sent so that you can be on that call, and it will send you bandwidth to enable you to do that. Now there's backgrounds coming very shortly, so we will have video backgrounds that you can have. You can have panel links and attendee links, but you've got a teleprompter so you can do a proper presentation in front of. You've got resounds, applause from the crowd. There's lots and lots of different features. The best thing to do is to come and have a look, because at the end of the day, there's so much more than just OConnect to enjoy, and some of these things are for free. Now, come along, try it for 14 days. If you don't like it, fine. You'll be back.
Sure. After all, it's 100% free. You don't give any card details or anything. 100% free to register. And listen, guys, Andy, let me talk about this too. On Sunday, it took us by surprise because a brother of ours coming to the meeting, and he wrote here, he is from the deaf community. I was like, oh, Auntie Lynn, can you kindly interpret, just say a few stuff, make a summary. He said, no, don't worry, the closed caption is working and I'm getting everything, So we're trying to explain to him that the closed caption is not working, but it's already there and it's working because they're still adding more features. We were like, yeah, it's here. So everybody is being taken, that is was built with everybody in mind. The deaf community are sorted. They're in there and they're just interactive, doing everything like you and myself, no stress. Where do you find this, guys? There's a link in any of the YouTube channels you are watching in the description box, or if you're on Facebook, there's a link. If somebody's talking to you about ONPASSIVE, please go ahead and listen to them. Go back to them, get a link really quick, sign up for the free version, give a look, give a try, and let us know what you think. Auntie, can you tell people what the name of your YouTube channel is so that people can click and subscribe so that we send this message as far as it can go, please? Thank you.
Please like and subscribe, and my channel is ONPASSIVE Revolution, and then my name, so you will find us.
Right. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Andy. So before we go, thank you so much, Colonel Daniel Lee. You are already blessing me so much enough, and then this one, we just appreciate you, and we thank you so very much. Thank you, family, for being here, and see you again soon. So good night. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Naka, Sister Ivy, and of course, thank you, Andy. Thank you. See you soon, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.